Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I'll be talking about another Super Mecha Champion Mecha. And today's Mecha will be called Doomlight. Now, before starting talking about this Doomlight, first of all, let me show you the tier list which I have made this Doomlight. Okay. Now, I have made two tier lists. One is movement based, another one is survivability based. Okay, now from that point of view, let's start with this movement based is basically like the more the movement capabilities a certain mecha have, the more they will be able to dominate the other mechas in the battlefield easily. Okay, so the pawn is the least useful one, because this mecha cannot go to higher platform, rather this mecha can only go forward. So as a result, if you were to have this mecha on the team, the most likely possibility of this mecha is to die a lot sooner. Now there are night class mecha. These mecha are basically the type of mecha that can accelerate when you use its dash capability, making these mechas move faster. Now these are bishop class mecha. This mecha, if you were to given them a trampoline, they will be able to go from low platform to high platform easily. Now what is the low platform? So this is 3 platform level. This is platform 1, same platform, or let's say ground level. Okay, so in ground level, let's say all of the mechas are there. So if you were to be giving a, let's say, a simple jump from a ground area to, let's say, a 1-story building, then the thing is this mecha cannot go to that second level. And for these two mecha can go to the second level, but if the building is a bit too high, then that is a place where these two mechas here, night class mecha, cannot go to the third platform, which is a very tall building. So in that case, if a bishop class mecha were to be given a trampoline, they will be able to go to this third level. So the Rook class mecha is gonna be our importance today, and today I'll be talking about, as I said, Doomlight. Okay, now here's the thing: I made a video regarding Caramel. You can go and watch that. Now I have used both Caramel and both Doomlight, and all I can say that if you were to have a Caramel on the team, then your chances of survival, okay, or your team's chances of survival is gonna be higher, because even though this mecha is a beginner's class mecha, I didn't use it before, but for the purpose of making this YouTube video, I eventually realized actually this mecha is a very good mecha. Yes, on similar ground, this mecha is nothing compared to this or even this one. Okay, but when it comes to high platform, then what will happen is this mecha will be able to easily defeat these other lower class mecha in the movement category very easily. Okay, now as for the survivability of this Doomlight, that is, the Doomlight survivability is actually very low. Like, I have used this mecha for today about 4 hours, and all I can say that if I were to be given, let's say, some free money up to $10 per win, or let's say $100 per win, I would make use of this mecha, but I would feel very dead inside. Why? Because I have tried to use this mecha both in solo and in squad battle. So what happened was I was unable to get a proper win, or I was unable to help my teammate properly. So when it comes to movement category, yes, this mecha can go to higher platform, even in higher platform as in level 3 platform, very easily. But the problem with this mecha is that this mecha, when it comes to survivability, is extremely bad because of many other reasons. Why? I'll be talking about those in the training ground. Okay, now because of the survivability rate, when I fought against this Doomlight yesterday by using this Caramel, okay, I saw that I was still able to defeat this Doomlight a lot easier when compared to me using Doomlight to actually defeat a pro Caramel user. I eventually saw that why I was able to defeat Doomlight using Caramel yesterday, because Doomlight is not the type of mecha that can be used very easily. Okay, now the thing is, I have not bought this mecha. Okay, so I am currently right now is using a 7-day trial. Okay, now out of this 7-day trial, where is it? Okay, so let's see where it should be given here somewhere. I bought it only for a 7 days free trial. So out of the 7 days free trial, obviously I do not have all of these others locked. And as for this, I will be talking about this in the, what should I call it, in the training ground. Now as for the other mecha mods, I have given it a reload rate, okay, because overall is damage, no, short velocity is very good, not bad, not like caramel short velocity is very bad, but what compared to caramel, this mecha short velocity is very good. Now I gave it one shield, and because this mecha is extremely slow, I had to give it two movement mods, okay, and also another reload, which obviously makes this mecha's reload capability extremely fast. Anyway, so I did that, okay, and still I was having hard time to actually be useful to my teammates. Why? Because this thing moves slow. How slow? Let's go to the training ground and see what happens. Okay, first of all, let me lower the volume. Okay, so let's summon Doomlight. Okay, so for core 1 and core 2, the thing is, I do not know about other guys, but if it were to be me, then I would have selected these. What the heck? If I were to select, I would select this one, because deployed photon turret can do more damage versus these undeployed turret are gonna basically automatically hit enemies. So let's say I have activated core 1. Core 1 is already activated. So what happens if I go near any mecha which is in front of this screen? Okay, the other mechas will get attacked automatically. So obviously I do not need this feature because its distance is actually very low. How much low? Like short range. Okay, so up to 67 meters. So the distance of this automatic attack is 67 meters, which is extremely short. So if I were to given this second core, then what will happen is, obviously wherever I am putting those turrets are gonna be having more damage output. Okay, now as for this attack module, okay, for this attack module, short velocity of the primary weapon or photon turret damage against mecha. Now this one, it depends on you. Both of these two are good. I will not argue about that. If you are the type of person to shoot other mechas using this primary weapon, it is up to you. But if you want to defeat those other mechas using this turret, then it is up to you. Both of them are good. I have no complaint over that. Okay, now as for this homing missile, when it comes to the durability, trust me, this durability thing will not work, because the players, or let's say other players, yeah, so other players can easily destroy this photon turret very easily. Unless you attack them suddenly, they do not know where the photon turret heat is coming from. That is totally different, but the durability will not be enough. It would be better if you were to giving the homing attack of the photon turret increase by 15 meters. By doing this one, high alert, what will happen is you will be able to know which enemies are nearby. Okay, now when it comes to this shield, when it comes to this propulsion, there are two options. One is produce high photon durability shield, okay, or this having high propulsion speed. Now this one, again, it depends on you. If you are the type of person to not run away and stay in the fight, then this photon thing here is a very good option. Actually, it is a very good option, because most of the time what will happen is enemy will suddenly come from many places to attack this mecha, and you must need to survive those attacks. So obviously durability is going to be more important than this rocket propulsion, because the speed of rocket propulsion is not actually very good. Like, it will not save you from a sudden attack. The only thing that is going to be able to save you from a sudden attack is this dense shield. Okay, so this is overall my preference when it comes to the Doomlight's ability to fly. Sorry, I mean modules. Okay, now when it comes to the jumping over that place, you must need to be extremely close to any high uh, elevated or high area, okay, or high platform. You must need to be extremely close to the high platform to actually go on top of the building, because its overall movement is actually not that much good when even when you are, let's say, flying to the upper ground. So that is the thing that you must need to be careful of. And in case of dancing capabilities of this mecha, the dancing capability of this mecha is like extremely good. How much good is it? Like, you can go here and then you will be able to jump in this platform, okay. So if you were to have a turret, okay, and you suddenly got attacked, then at least you will have a good chance of getting away compared to other mechas which cannot go to this higher platform even by the use of a trampoline. So obviously from that perspective, this mecha is actually very good to go to even higher platform than that stadium roof which I just showed you, okay. Now how did I do that? You see, when you are already in the air, okay, you need to do mini jump. And how do I do the mini jump? I press on my shift, not shift, I mean space bar, continuously, okay, like something like this. So what am I doing? I'm basically holding the forward button, okay. You can go backward, left or right, it is up to you. So what you have to do once you are in the air, 1 minute, I made a mistake. So once you are in the air, forward, then continuously press on the space bar to jump, okay. So you will be able to jump up to, let's say, 20 meter, I guess. So it will give you a 20 meter leverage to go to a little bit higher platform than you previously were. So if you are jumping from a trampoline and then suddenly you are met in a place that where you must need to go a little bit further, then this mini jump, I call this mini jump, will be able to help you in that long run. Okay, see, okay, no, now in case of his shield, the shield have a cooldown time of 14 seconds, so you have to be careful, because at okay, let's see, 14, at 8 seconds, okay, the shield goes away after 8 seconds, so you have to be careful after 8 seconds. Now as for the turret, you can use the turret in two different ways, okay. One, you can use it to basically put as a guard, okay, to see whether any enemies are coming towards you or not, okay. So I have covered this entire place, so if there were to be any enemies coming towards me, at least I will be notified, like which turret was activated. That's the thing which I will be notified of, okay. So this is one of the ways you can use this turret. Another way you can use the turret is to make sure that, let's say, suddenly an enemy appears in a certain place, okay. The first thing you have to do is to equip this shield, then put all the turret in that place and then shoot. By doing so, you will be doing massive quantity of damage to the enemies, okay, but also at the same time you are gonna be able to protect yourself from it, okay. Now here's the thing, if your enemies are slow, or if your enemies are, let's say, bishop class or even knight class, or let's say pawn class mecha whose movement capabilities are extremely limited, then what will happen is those mecha will not be a threat to this mecha. But if this mecha were to be on the similar ground as the other mecha, this mecha will have the hardest time to actually survive, okay. And when this mecha is fighting against any fast movement type of mecha, let's say Skylar, okay, or Arthur, or let's say that one Neutron Star, so what happens is when you use their dash capability, their movement certainly increases. This mecha is extremely fragile against those fast moving mechas. Why? Because by the time I am doing any type of attack or reloading, or let's say I am equipping my shield, even moving from one place to another, from left to right, it is slow. So how can you move faster in between this shield? The only way you can move faster in between this shield is to apply the shield and then go forward, not sideward. Do not go sideward. Do not move sideward. Then what will happen is the movement is gonna be slow. So what you have to do is to move forward. Again, move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you can move up to 8 times if you move forward, but if you were to move sideways, you can only move up to 2 or 3 times. So obviously that is another problem. The sideward movement of this mecha is extremely slow. Now I guess that's the only thing, that even though I have given it high movement capabilities and high durability, that eventually make this mecha's overall durability rate extremely high. Even after all that, if this mecha were to be facing any of the other mechas, okay, on the same ground, this mecha will be destroyed easily. But if this mecha were to be in a high elevated area or let's a high platform, then this mecha can defeat most of them a lot easier. But the only problem is that even when it try to goes up, you have to be extremely careful because the fuel regenerates extremely slow. You can give this fuel recovery, fast fuel recovery, then maybe it will be able to recover its fuel a lot faster. Well, that is up to you to decide what you can do. But getting up or getting one place to another is extremely slow on this mecha. So what happened was I had to play, let's say, about 20 match. Okay, so 20 match, 10 of them solo and 10 of them in a squad match. The result was, if my teammates were not to be there, then I would have not been able to defeat them easily. So that's the main problem with this mecha, that this mecha can do a large quantity of damage output, but overall what should I call it, the agility of this mecha is extremely slow, which is why what happens is if you were to have this mecha on the team, even the team will suffer. Okay, so overall, what is my conclusion? My conclusion is, like, I already made this chart before fully experimenting it, but eventually I realized, yes, this is the exact result. Okay, like these mechas are basically that this Doomlight is basically the mecha. When it comes to the movement, it is a Rook class because it can go to higher platform easily, but when it comes to the survivability of this mecha, it is gonna be high in higher ground. But when compared to mechas which are high in movement capabilities, then if this mecha were to be facing any of these other mechas, okay, even this one, what will happen is their rate of survival is going to be higher than this one, because these other mechas can move a lot faster than this. Okay, so which is why I have rated A rank. Okay, but sometimes this mecha can become a B rank mecha based on the location of the platform. Okay, so if you find this video useful, and if you think, okay, this video was useful, then what mecha am I gonna explain next time? So next time I'll be talking about this other mecha which is called Raven. Okay, so stay tuned on in for the next time of me making another video for another super mecha champion mecha. Okay, and see you again next time, and stay safe.